darling YouTube channel. On today's video, we are going to be chatting through some of my postpartum essentials. So I'm not exactly sure when this is going to come out. I might have had a baby by then because I am currently, you can't really see this big bump. I am currently almost 37 weeks pregnant, so baby could really come at any time. Hopefully this video will come out before baby, but either way, these are what I'll be using in the postpartum season. I recently had a podcast episode come out on the No Higher Calling podcast where I talked through all of these, so I will link that down in the comment section if you want to check out that more. But it's always nice. I enjoy having a visual and actually getting to see something. So I thought that I would also do a video on YouTube here to go along with that, just showing you as a almost now 5th time mom that has been through several seasons of postpartum, what are my essentials. When I had my first, I had no idea what I was doing. Obviously, I had never had a baby before. I had never recovered from having a baby before. So I didn't know what I needed. So a lot of the things that I bought, I wound up not needing, and the things that I needed, I wound up not having. But having gone through 4 now, entering into almost my 5th postpartum season, I feel like I've really learned, okay, these are worth spending the money on. These are things that are really a help and an aid in the healing process and in the recovery and in comfort. And then the other things I just, I don't have time or budget for if it's not an essential. So this is my lineup of postpartum essentials. If you have things that you think are essentials that I did not include, feel free to let me know down in the comments. But hopefully this will be helpful to another mama who is preparing for this sweet and short season of life. One thing I will clarify here is I have had all my babies via vaginal deliveries. So all of my postpartum aids and recovery and all of that really is specific to that kind of delivery. So it might look a little bit different if you've had a cesarean. I'm not the one to speak to that, so find somebody else's YouTube video. But just wanted to clarify there. But a lot of these things I think are helpful, whatever way that you give birth. But first up, some things for just healing down below that I will show you. This Frida mom washer is so genius. At the hospital they give you the little Perry bottle that you can't spray like upside down. So having this inverted sprayer was just such a great idea. Really, Frida has so many wonderful products. I have a few other things here that I'll show you for mom and baby. I love their stuff, but this is like 4 babies. I've had 4 babies and used this. And it's just a really great little thing to have when you're just trying to help aid in healing and rinsing and all of that after going to the bathroom after having a baby. Another thing, this is another Frida. These are the cooling perennial pad liners. So I've made padsicles before. I've done all of that and they're great, but I have limited freezer space, and really in the season of life, I need to fill my freezer with food so that my husband can take over with the other kids. He tells me as long as there's food in the freezer, he's fine to just single parent for 2 or 3 weeks while I hold baby and recover. So this has just been easy just to get these liners, but they are having that witch hazel, those different healing essential oils, and it is cooling. It feels so good just to be able to put those pad liners in and use those. So that is that one. Another one is just a really good natural, this is a sitz bath spray, but any type of perennial spray that you can just spray that really helps with the healing, with the itching, all of that. I've used several different brands. I'm going to be using Mother Love this time, and I will link all of these different products down in the comments. Well, actually, I'll link a blog where you can find all the links that I've already done. But I use this. I've used a perennial spray. I've used a few other brands before, but this is very similar. And it's always been really helpful in just speeding up that recovery and helping with some of the discomfort that comes along with postpartum. Another thing that I switched to is using reusable washable underwear. So here are the Thinx postpartum panties. Those are really great and helpful. A lot of the disposable things, my skin's really irritated to. So having a reusable option is great. But this is like a few days into postpartum. I would not recommend those in the initial days. In the initial days, we just go with good old Depends or something like that. Now, I did wind up finding a more natural disposable underwear option that I linked in the blog post that I wish I would have known before I bought these, but I bought these, so we're just going to use them. But I do try to go with more natural options when that is available. But those first few days postpartum, you just, comfort and easeability, if that's a word, is what you're going for. So that's where the disposable panties come in. Once some of that bleeding has died down, then we transfer over to the washable, reusable ones. And they've been great. I've enjoyed using that so much more than just the throwaway disposable pads. My skin is just a lot less irritated. Actually, not irritated at all using these. And the absorbency is really good. Thinx actually has a postpartum pack. So these are like the highest absorbency that you can get. Again, still wouldn't recommend them in the first couple days, but once that tapers off a little bit, those are a really good option to have. So some things that you might want to check into for managing pain and hormonal support, some things like that. These are let me just show you this product here first from Earthly. So this is Postpartum Balance from Earthly. I love Earthly Wellness. Everything I have from them has just been great. But this really helps with just regulating hormones. So much is going on in your body after having a baby. So this really just helped kind of balance and level all of that out. This tincture does. The other one for hormonal support would be this from Young Living, this Progessence Plus oil. This is just, again, really good for hormones, balancing things out, getting your progesterone back in track. Which really has a domino effect on so many other things with getting your emotions back in line, getting your hormones back in line. This has been very beneficial for me to use. So those are just two things that I use to help support my hormones and some of that side of the recovery that have been super helpful. Okay, let's talk breastfeeding. So I have breastfed all of my babies. I'm so thankful that I have been able to do that. Each one we've made it to at least a year. So that's been such a blessing. But some different things that have been very helpful for me. I tend to struggle. I got mastitis with my second. And ever since then, I really struggle with getting clogged ducts. So I have started taking sunflower lecithin. And I actually started taking that a few weeks before I had baby, just getting that in my system. And that has really made a difference in just keeping things flowing like it needs to. So this is just a supplement that I get from Amazon that has been helpful. Another thing, again, this is an Earthly Wellness product, but this is the Milk Flowin' Salve. You just rub this on your duct. You can massage that in, and it really helps keep things moving. And then I found a company that just has really comfy like undergarments. So this is a bra. This is not a nursing bra, and it's very thin. It's not lined. So like if your milk's coming in, you might want to have a little just pad liner absorbent that I could put that in here with this one. It's not a nursing bra, but it's just very comfortable. Like it feels like you're not wearing anything, which when I'm recovering from having a baby, especially when I'm establishing nursing, like my body temperature is just all over the charts. I'm usually super, super hot. So having a really lightweight, breathable material is great for me. And just because it is so thin, I pull it up. It's easy to kind of pull it up, pull it down. It doesn't have a clip or anything for nursing. But in those first few days, really first few weeks where I'm just kind of like in my bedroom, recovering with baby, nursing all of the time, is just something really comfortable and nice to have. So those are some things for breastfeeding. Okay, so the last thing is just some comfort loungewear. Again, like I said, I really have done a complete 360 in my postpartums from my first to now my fifth, and how I view it and how I try to embrace it and enjoy it and relax and let myself heal. I've found that if I just really try to do nothing but love and cuddle my newborn and establish a good nursing routine and try to get some rest, in those initial weeks, it sets myself and my family up for success, really, from that point on. So insert loungewear. It's really nice just to be comfortable, especially as your body is readjusting. You were pregnant, you had this huge belly, and now you have this like saggy, fleshy belly, and you're just in that weird in between of, I'm not pregnant anymore. I'm definitely not what I was before I was pregnant. And you just want to be comfortable, but also if you're nursing a baby, you need easy access for nursing, all those things. You're laying around, you're resting, and so you just want to be in comfortable clothes, but also clothes that aren't like, I've been wearing my husband's t-shirt and sweatpants for the past, 6 weeks. So I would like to, when you have all the other postpartum things going on, it's nice to feel somewhat cute. So it's been nice for me to just invest in a few pieces of loungewear that I feel semi-attractive in, when everything else about me is just screaming like, what is this going on with my body and with everything? But yet they can be really comfortable and I can just rest and relax in. And my stepmom actually sent me this dress. I don't know if you can see it all the way, but it's just a cute little nursing. It has this top that you can easily access and pull down. But it's from Kindred Bravely, and I have several of their like PJ sets, lounge sets. Now this is kind of just like a lounge dress, I guess, that I can just wear around the house. And again, like with it being a dress, I feel like it's a step up from my husband's sweatpants. But yet it is so soft, nursing friendly, and just great, and on those days too where you're just kind of laying around all day until a friend pops by that evening to bring dinner. I don't have to change. I don't have to get up. I've already got this dress on that I've just been lounging around the house in all day. So anyway, those are just a few of my postpartum essentials, things that have been super helpful for me in the recovery process after having a baby. Just a really unique season in a woman's life. A lot's going on. A lot is changing from, pregnancy to now not being pregnant anymore, but to now having a baby and establishing nursing and sleep and just all these different things that are kind of out of whack, that are finding a new rhythm. But it is a season that goes so fast. They are not newborns for very long. And so it's been really helpful for me to have things that help me just heal, help me to regulate my emotions, to get my hormones back on track so that I can try to fully embrace that season for all that it is, because it goes faster than I would like to admit. Having my 5th baby now, I think I'm realizing just how fast that season goes and how sweet it can be. So investing in just a few of these things have really helped set me up at a really good spot to try to fully embrace that season. So these are some of my postpartum essentials. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you want a little more lengthy version, you can check out that podcast episode. I'll link down in the comments. And if you enjoyed this, feel free to comment and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Thanks.